welcome back to Campus Talk.
My name is Miri Reyes and I'll be your host for today. Imagine receiving your allowance, paycheck, or financial aid on Monday and by Friday it's almost gone. For many college students, managing money is one of the biggest challenges they face. Welcome everyone to Campus Talk, where we discuss real student life here at SJCJC. Today, we are talking about something every college student deals with: money. Money management affects much more than just what's in your wallet. It can influence a student's stress levels, academic performance, social life, and overall college experience. Because students manage money differently, we decided to classify students according to one common standard: their spending habits, financial priorities, and financial decision making. Using this basis of classification, we identified three common budgeting personalities found among SJCJC students: the treat yourself student, the money juggler, and the rainy day builder. We will be classifying ourselves using the same categories as well. I identify most closely with the treat yourself student because I enjoy spending money on things I like and believe in enjoying the present. To better understand these financial behaviors, we interviewed SJCJC students and examined information from financial education resources to learn how different budgeting habits influence daily life on campus. This podcast is intended for current and future college students as well as anyone interested in learning how financial habits affect student success. The quote of the day is: "Money management isn't just about numbers, it's about choices, priorities, and the future you are building." By examining these categories, our audience will get a better understanding of how financial habits have a big influence on a student's academic performance and future opportunities. We also hope this podcast will help listeners identify which categories best describe them and reflect on ways to strengthen their own management skills. Understanding different budgeting styles is important because financial habits can greatly influence a student's stress levels, ability to focus solely on academics, and long-term success. By recognizing these different approaches to money management, students can reflect on their own spending habits and make informed choices that support both their personal and academic goals. Let's get started.
Hi guys, I'm Unique, and our first category is the treat yourself student. The defining characteristics of this category is that these students prioritize enjoying present over planning for the future. Now, as for me, I definitely fall into this category because I live in the now. These students spend money freely on non-essential things. I believe in YOLO, you only live once, so let's spend and then we'll figure out what happens tomorrow. Now, a treat yourself student money is like something disposable, or it's something that you can play around with. The budget isn't just something that you stick to. So you can go ahead and play around, and that's the way I choose to handle things.
Now we move on to our money jugglers. My name is Sheila. So you might be wondering what a money juggler is and how are you considered one. Basically, these money jugglers are people that focus mainly on balance. They manage their money and they always know where their money is going. They usually track their budgets, track their spending, and avoid purchases based on their impulses. And they also leave some for things that they might enjoy. Unlike our colleague, this treat yourself student, they always know how to spend their money wisely and always leave some, like I said, for enjoyment purposes. For example, the money juggler would be somebody that has money for transportation, meals, and school supplies first, and if they, for example, have enough money, later on they would buy themselves maybe junk. But there is an advantage. What we learn as being money jugglers is that it teaches you how to budget your money, and they also make it less stressful on you because it's not like you're going to worry about your money being done quickly. You'll always have a lot left. But of course, there can be downsides to being a money juggler. Whereas money jugglers can spend too much time thinking about their spending, and which could also mess with their flexibility. Overall, money jugglers are considered to be the healthiest budgeting style because they balance responsibility and they also teach you flexibility. Thank you very much.
So my name is Alyssa. Today we're going to be talking about the rainy day builders. I definitely also fit in this category because I am a student that prioritizes saving over spending. You know, I think about my future emergencies, my future education expenses, transportation costs, and personal goals that I have that I will do after colleges. Unlike Yannick, her child, I am not like that. You know, they rather spend money and live through that day. While for me, I rather save money because you know I need it. And yeah, I evaluated and carefully planned what I will purchase and not purchase. Actually, I did an interview with one of my teachers, the financial teacher. He said it's literally the blueprint for you on how you would spend your money once you start earning your salary. A rainy day builder is likely to put aside money for future goals or emergencies. However, they may avoid spending it even if it's unreasonable or beneficial. I say one advantage of saving is that you know we have when something bad happens, we have a money that is already put aside so we could use that. But one disadvantage that we have is that we rather save money than spend it and reward ourselves even if we work so hard. We don't see that. We rather save money and think about other goals. You know, despite carefully planning, it helps us remain financially stable and prepared for future challenges.
Now we have a guest on the show, Akila, and she will be answering a question for us. So your question is, how do you usually manage money that you receive for school?
Well, I personally have a weekly allowance and it would genuinely depend on my mood because in the morning I wouldn't spend money on breakfast. I would prepare breakfast so I don't have to purchase anything at school or on my way to school. And when I'm at school, it would depend on my mood as well. Like if I'm hungry, I'd probably buy a snack. I'd probably go out. I love matcha, like Miss mentioned. So, you know, it would definitely depend on my mood, but the goal for me is to also save. So I would really be skeptical about spending my money. Like it would depend on if I really need it or if I feel like I need the matcha break or the iced coffee break, then I'll purchase. But apart from that, I don't really spend my money. You know, I keep my allowance like that. I save.
Thank you. As we have seen, students at SJCJC manage their money in different ways, and they can be classified into the 3 different budget categories as mentioned in the podcast. Although these categories approach money differently, each one reflects a unique perspective on financial decision making in the college life. Each category has its own strengths and its own weaknesses, but all of them influence a student's overall college experience. Based on our observation, the money juggler appears to be the most sustainable budgeting style because it combines financial responsibility with the ability to enjoy life while still preparing for the future. Students who develop healthy budgeting habits today are more likely to experience financial stability and greater opportunities in their future. Our discussion highlights the importance of financial literacy among college students and demonstrates how understanding our spending habits can help us make better financial decisions. The real question is, which category do you see yourself in and what changes can you make to improve your financial habits? Remember, managing money is not just about saving dollars, it's about creating a stronger future. Thank you for listening to Types of Budgetors at SJCJC. See you next time on Campus Talk.